Hey buddies, welcome to the Xbox Game Showcase. This is gonna be
a belter.
Amazing. Oh my god. Hype, 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 hype. All the exclusives, all the amazing, great. Holy fuck, this is gonna be crazy.
It starts with an 18.
Whoa!
Sugoi.
Whoa!
Your counting isn't right. It's not rhythmic. That was not... Oh god.
They're really hyping it up like it is a big deal. Like this isn't just some like Nintendo Direct Mini.
True.
Halo? Halo?
Halo.
Starting with Halo?
Get it out of the way. That's a small halo. Hello, Halo.
It's probably Halo.
Do you guys like Halo?
Yeah, that's Halo, right? That music? Yeah. I'm just not seeing a Halo.
I do.
The Mjolnir exosuit is now complete. Even though this technology will save humanity in war to come, I must remind myself. Liquid crystal cannot rise on its own. Titanium alloy cannot prevail in the face of extinction. Armor cannot hope.
Hey, maybe we'll find out that Halo's gonna get the return of split screen. We did a Halo show traditionally. We like doing Halo shows on our show with the boys, and then they released one that wasn't split screen, and we were like, fuck Halo. Halo's dead to us. Mr. Halo. Halo guy.
That'd be the day. It does have split screen.
Whoop-de-doo-de-doo. Hooray.
Now we don't have friends. Missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Am I dead already? I must be. I mean, this is a punishment, right? Yep, this is death. No! No! No, 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 no! This isn't happening. I'm going to have to make an emergency landing. Hold on, Chief.
Halo guy didn't even have a seatbelt on and he's fine.
No! No! You! I can't stand this! Who you are? Breathe. No! You don't get to tell me what to do. You don't get to tell me anything. We're... Are you even listening?
I count 3 anti-aircraft cannons.
3 what?
You'll be safe here.
Oh, I'll be safe. Safe? I haven't been safe since I found you. I found you, remember? You were
How
out there
tall
on
is
your own.
Halo
You'd
guy?
still be out there if it wasn't for me.
9
I thought I
feet,
was going home.
3 inches.
There won't be a home if we don't stop the banished.
8'10".
You keep saying that.
Very.
We're outgunned, outnumbered. I know I saw condors over there. I'm going to dig through them and find one with a working sleep space drive. And when you're done with this war, we'll get away from here. Far away.
Wait here.
Oh, please. Let me see what I can find.
Cannons first. When I get back, we can look. Together.
Together.
Okay, big guy.
So this looks pretty bad.
That's was kind of thinking that.
This is next gen? This is supposedly on the next Xbox? Or are they playing it on the Xbox One? Because this looks terrible. I mean,
looks like Halo.
it looks decent if I want to like put on, like actually say like, you know, what is acceptable in gaming.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad.
But if you're telling me to buy a new console for this, I'm saying this looks pretty fucking bad. So do you think they're playing it on the Xbox One? That would be a bad decision for a showcase this close to the next generation of console launches, to show your old hardware for a cross-generation or for a cross...
Maybe they're setting the bar really low and it will come out and it will be really awesome.
Oh, okay. Is it not cross-generation? Am I, like, missing something? I thought Halo Infinite was going to be on both. Was a cross-generational
It is
release.
also on Xbox One. Slightly stylized, maybe. That ain't no red.
It's on both. Yeah, so this is, like, meh.
The grass popping.
Where's all their environment, all their lighting, their, what do you call it? Reflecty lighting.
Ray tracing.
Ray tracing. You know, their ambient.
Was that right?
Yes.
Shit!
But they're the other things. They're ambient,
I don't know.
whatever. Volumetric shit and gigabizzles. This is looking really bad. Like, that in particular there looked like I feel like I'm looking at something on a PC running in like 2009 on its highest settings, like a good PC in 2009.
Oh!
It's
did you
flat
see that?
as fuck. No, I didn't.
The pop-ins are there.
This is sad.
Lisa likes the birds.
Yeah, she's down here watching.
Lisa approved.
Ambient occlusion.
It's okay, Dodo. She doesn't like the shooty parts.
She likes looking at the things though.
You die!
Even on the Xbox One, I'd say that this is bad. This is mediocre at best on Xbox One, and on Xbox, what is the new one called? The Xbox X? Wait, what is it again?
X.
Oh my god, it's so fucking stupid. And on the new Xbox, this is horrible.
Series X.
The Series X.
Thank you, guys.
Oh my god, they're fucking naming.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's too bad, because I'm not, like, you know, prejudiced against Xbox. I actually like Halo. I used to play Halo when I was, like, the original. And on the show, we've always kind of put an effort into playing Halo so long as it offers multiplayer split screen.
Yeah.
Because Halo has a spot in my heart. But this is just meh.
And they're spending a lot of time on it.
Yeah, they're expecting, like, this is the type of time spent to open a show as though, like, they know you're gonna be wowed.
Yeah.
Like, let the game speak for itself type of, like,
Yeah.
demo. And, like, everybody across the internet should be being like, oh my god!
Tomboy, please.
Terrible.
They actually just said that it was going to be called the
It's just a
Xbox.
reboot. It's just Xbox now.
NSC lost this war months ago. Your people are broken, scattered, hunted, defeated by me. I wish I could tell you it was difficult, but it wasn't. We are is already under our control. Soon, the auditorium as well. The Harbinger and the Banished share the same goal.
Oh, Gears looks way better than this.
The will of Atriox.
The Gears that came out 2 to 3 years ago looks better than this on Xbox.
I grew weary, lost, alone.
Are you feeling him?
What do you mean, feeling them?
Feeling like the passion?
Yeah.
This is my last fight.
Really clean teeth.
True test of legends. Our story will outlive us both.
I think he flosses.
Set a fire in your heart, Spartan. Bare your fangs. Fight hard. Die well.
Oh, it's got smart delivery.
What's that?
It'll know which console I'm playing on.
Oh.
So it's not dumb delivery. So when I go to buy the new Xbox or the new Halo and I have a new Xbox, it's not going to give me the version for the old Xbox. It's smart.
I'm incredibly proud.
Why is that a feature?
And we're thrilled to share a hint of the epic battles that await you on the next chapter of Master Chief's journey. This is the most ambitious campaign we've ever created at 343.
Really?
For the first time, players will have the freedom to explore a mysterious new Halo ring that's several times larger than our last 2 Halo games combined. Halo Infinite
Don't
has been
overhype
built
it,
from the
man.
ground up to take
Several
full
times
advantage of
larger.
Xbox Series X. Bigger battles, epic vistas, more complex visual
Even a
effects,
handful
displayed
There.
with
more
10 times
thingies.
the
Did you see the
processing
pop in
power
that
per
time? No, I
pixel of Halo 5. This will be running at a flawless 60 frames per second and will allow us to bring the Halo ring to life in ways that have never been possible before. We look forward to sharing even more about Halo Infinite in the coming months, including the first look at multiplayer.
You look proud.
And now, please enjoy a glimpse of what others in the Xbox Game Studios family have been working on.
World
I'm
premiere.
sorry, guy.
Okay. Maybe something actually good.
Uh-oh. Why do they always touch it? To see if it's warm?
I guess. State of Decay does
Oh,
not
dear.
look like that. So, State of Decay was a serviceable,
Welcome everyone to the Xbox
low budget
Game Showcase. Today,
AA-ish.
we're showing games from 9 of our 15 Xbox Game Studios, including unveils of 5 new
Compulsion
first-party
games.
What you will see today
Ninja
is
Theory.
how Xbox Game Studios are harnessing their passion.
So we're about to see
bring
5
their
new
dreams to
first-party
life.
games.
We believe that how you find and
No,
play your
he said
games
9.
is as
9.
important as the device
Yeah.
you play them on.
Wow, that's 4 more than I
Game
thought.
Pass is the
Wow,
best way to
thanks,
discover
Phil.
and play. And we want you to be able to experience as many great games as possible.
Rare
So
was on
Game
there.
Pass members, you can play every game you see today from your subscription or free to play.
Wait, what?
These games will look and play best on Xbox.
You can play
Series
every
X,
game you see
delivering
today
unmatched fidelity,
Yeah, I don't.
performance, precision.
Yeah.
What does that statement mean?
We've designed
I can't play the new Halo
consistently
today, I don't
powerful
think.
Next generation console.
Lisa,
And we built state-of-the-art platform technology to allow every developer to realize their full vision. One studio
they're giving the
that has
ability like a
always
show
pushed the
floor
limits of
demo
our
at home.
hardware is turned 10.
9 studios,
And they're
5
early in
first-party
development on the
games.
next Forza Motorsport.
They will all eventually be on
Xbox
Game
Series
Pass
X
in the
is
future,
bringing
way
them
in the
closer
future.
to their dream
Not
of
today.
unprecedented realism with ray tracing and native 4K resolution, all at 60 frames per second. The trailer you're about to see was captured completely in-engine.
So it's
World
cars,
premiere.
so it better be goddamn stellar looking. It's just cars. I wasn't impressed by the last friggin'...
I can't hide her butt from everybody.
Okay, this looks pretty good. What was the last trailer I watched that was a car game and I was like, what the fuck? It wasn't even good. Gran Turismo doesn't look good. This looks better than that Gran Turismo trailer. I'll say that right off the bat. They didn't show us much at all, and what they did show us was like borderline, like it was a bit better than the Gran Turismo trailer. Okay, what's Rare got for us? What are they finally scooping out of the Rare vault that they've been keeping under wraps for so long? Holding hostage. One of their first acquisitions.
Our world has a rhythm. We all sense it. But only a few truly feel it.
It's a good girl.
It is found in the smallest moments. In every step of a perilous journey. In the symmetry of
Sorry,
ritual.
guys.
In the bonds we share. And in moments of stillness. It teaches us to look beyond the expected.
What?
Damn, yo.
Is that how it gives
To
birth?
light in dark places. To seek answers.
It's like Monster Hunter, but they're not fucking murderers.
Yeah.
Our world.
They're like treating the animals nice.
And saving some of them?
Our world has a rhythm.
They're doing pagan rituals to bring them back
Nice.
to life.
But only a few truly feel it.
Monster Helper. Yeah. Well,
That looks pretty.
kind of boring though. And this is coming from a cuck vegan.
EverWild will give to you a magical and untamed natural world for you to explore and to just truly lose yourself in. It's a place to be eternal. And Eternal has the gift to sense and feel how magic flows through nature and connects every living thing. The team
I
here
like
at
that.
Rare are so excited to be working on something like
You know,
EVERWILD.
this will
And I hope
be
you're excited
sold
too.
and
But I just want to take this opportunity to say a massive, massive thank you to everyone who's shown their support and love.
the experience will really be
and
in
for the
the
incredible,
environment.
awesome, positive community
yeah.
that's already growing around this game. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
If it's the type of thing that's incredible to envelop yourself in, then it could be alright.
Whoa. I just got hit with a flood of memories.
Love you, Mom.
You seeing what I'm seeing?
Mom?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's this.
It doesn't matter. That
Wait a
they
minute.
don't believe us.
First party? What? Donut's not.
That what happened that night was self-defense.
No, it's
couldn't be
not
sure.
all first party titles today. But every game you're going to see is going to be on Xbox Game
It
Pass.
doesn't matter.
Oh,
that they
okay.
kept
So
us
the next
apart.
Don't Nod game will be on
Brother, sister,
Xbox Game
look out for each
Pass
other.
on
It
release.
doesn't matter that finding the
It's
truth
interesting.
feels
So presumably on
impossible.
PS4 you'll have to buy it, but if you have Game Pass on Xbox, you get this for
We're all
free.
done with fairy tales.
The
They said
only
5
thing
of
that
which.
matters.
Oh,
So I
5
was
of which
wrong.
are.
My brother.
Alright, I don't even care. Whatever.
And the only way to move forward
How old are you guys?
is to keep looking
They're
back.
like playing on Christmas, like running through the house. They look like they're fucking like.
We've been getting these visions whenever we see or hear something really emotional.
This one's not looking like I want to play it. Like,
Everything we thought we knew about Marianne just got thrown out the window. She loved you.
She attacked you.
the other
both
stuff
saw
that
it.
they've made, like, I've been interested in. This is not
I thought
interesting.
coming here would be closing a chapter of our lives.
No, yeah, it doesn't look as good as Life is Strange.
We don't really have a choice about that.
There's always a choice, son.
I can't do this. Stop!
Looks really mediocre.
Hey everyone, my name is Gennady. I'm the co-founder and director of technology at Moon Studios. Today we're very excited
Oh,
to
it's
tell
the
you
Ori
that we're
Studios?
working
We
on
still
a
haven't played
very,
Ori.
very special
Yeah.
version of Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
But this is on
specifically
PlayStation
for
2,
Xbox
right?
Series X.
You can also get
We're
this.
now at a time where we can reach levels of fidelity and frame rates previously absolutely impossible on any
Dude,
console.
your pupils are
Now,
way
any
too big.
gorgeous game like Ori can now
He
run
is
at
fucking
120
high as
frames
shit.
refresh rate
Look at him.
in full
Watch.
4K HDR in its highest quality, delivering unprecedented game feel with silky smooth animation, super crisp, sharp image,
Like-
Ori is on the
and low
Switch.
input latency, which is just so important for the tight and precise platforming feel of this game. We can
pretty-
also boost the immersion in different spaces.
Tell me
in
he's
our
not high
world
as fuck.
by using premium audio tech that we previously
And he has lights on him. He has like he's got film lights on him. You can see that he's got good lights on him. Like a bright key light.
Maybe he just got the.
Maybe he's
that-
got his eyes tested.
Yeah.
This very special version of Ori coming to Xbox Series X with smart delivery later this year.
Ouch.
Where is he from? Maybe it's legal there. It's probably legal.
I have naturally huge pupils. It's a pest when there's bright lights. Wow.
Oh, really?
shit.
Like, there's people have pupils who
didn't know
don't
that.
close when they need to.
From the furthest
Hey,
reaches of
is
the
this
universe
DLC
comes
for
the biggest mystery
Outer
in the
Worlds?
galaxy.
An abandoned research facility, and now shady corporate intrigue.
Marvel by the Gorgon asteroid. A sordid stopover. Full of salacious secrets.
This game?
And scandalous strangers.
Greetings, attractive patron.
I lost.
You are looking downright unlovable.
It was actually kind of well written and stuff, and the atmosphere was alright. But knowing that I can't fuck a single person made me completely uninterested.
Aw, why can't you?
Yeah,
it's
right?
just not
If they just
an option.
decided not to go that way, no romance. So what's the point? Is my question.
Bummer.
Danger.
danger. Intrigue.
A word of advice before you go, Captain? Trust no one.
Can I do this and that?
Yeah.
What will you find?
Because they don't want people to make choices based on romance options. Well, instead I went through the entire game bludgeoning everybody,
This
so
unit cannot
that's what they
bring you
get.
any drinks in its current state.
I think she might be loud.
We need to stick the peen somewhere to be involved.
For the biggest
What the hell is this?
game.
Wait, are you kidding me? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids the game?
Then wait.
I'm in.
For Cyberpunk.
Wait, what?
Eh?
But if you're ready for
It's
the
a joke.
smallest,
That's
we've
funny.
got you covered.
That's pretty good. That's
Oh, it just makes me Disney sad.
From Obsidian Entertainment, the makers of games that are nothing like this one.
Yeah, what does Obsidian make? It's eluding me right now.
This summer, strive together to thrive together. Or just feed your
Fortnite?
friend to the spiders.
Fallout New
Go
Vegas.
solo.
Theater Worlds.
The Outer Worlds, and then this is piggybacking it. This is fun. This is interesting.
Yeah.
So it's a builder. It looks like what they were going to make Fortnite originally. Kind of. Except with
That's why
bugs instead of
someone
zombies.
said Fortnite, yeah.
You know, remember when Fortnite was going to be a wave-based, like, fort building game? Like, you actually, like, you built by day, protected by night?
Yes,
That's what that looks like.
100%. I was so interested in that.
We can't
Watch, this will just turn into a battle royale for kids.
It's the first of
Not
two
that Fortnite's not
planned
for
expansion
kids.
packs for the Outer Worlds that we're putting together with our friends from the private division. Now, it's also important that we continue to evolve how we tell stories in games, and Grounded is the perfect example of that. The team has been working for the last 2 years on how to tell an Obsidian story within a survival game. Now, what's great is that you're going to be able to play the game on July 28th on Xbox Game Preview and on Steam Early Access. We want to hear from you, and we want to continue to build Grounded together. Oh yeah, if you've been wondering, we have been working on that next big Obsidian RPG. Check this out.
World premiere.
He might have been drunk.
We have always known.
This is a big Obsidian showcase here. And none of this is exclusive, right? Yeah, none of Obsidian's not exclusive.
It forged our empire.
Arrows don't work like
Turn
that.
heroes into queens and kings.
How do you know? You've never been an arrow.
I read a Wikipedia article on one once.
Now our oaths
Probably
are
forgot.
lost. Forsaken. And you must face the monsters.
Oh, neat. Whoa, Obsidian. Are you bringing me some Skyrim? Is this some Elder Scrolls from another studio? That's what that felt like.
Worth the weight of a crown.
Ooh.
Avowed. I saw it already.
Ooh.
How you doing
I
there,
didn't know
Lisa?
whether that actually looked good though. Like, I mean, that looks like a tease for something far into the future.
That might possibly look different than that.
Yeah.
Avowed is an expansive first-person RPG set in the fantasy world of Eora. When Obsidian Entertainment joined Xbox Game Studios, they
Wait,
told
what?
us that this
Obsidian
epic
is
game
with
the
Xbox
one
Game
to make.
Studios?
As creators
So
of
why is none of their
critically
shit
acclaimed RPGs,
exclusive?
This is Obsidian.
Or-
Is it now exclusive?
When did they join?
Built from the
Since
ground up.
2018.
Full
But
advantage of the power
wasn't
of
Outer
Xbox
Worlds released
Series
like
X.
last year?
At Xbox Game Studios, we also work with independent
Maybe it was its last release
always
that
with the goal
since
of
Outer Worlds.
empowering them
Okay.
to bring their ideas to life. I'm excited
I thought
to
they were
announce
pretty
our work
big.
with Interior Night,
I-
a new studio
yeah.
led by some of the
I
most
think they
talented
got
storytellers in our
Xbox
industry.
is
Let's meet.
And Microsoft's one of the
Caroline
biggest companies in the world. They got
Studio
one of the
Night,
biggest
Interior Night to
war
debut
chests. They
their
could buy
original
anybody they want. Lisa.
I hope she's
Bonjour,
not too loud.
I'm Caroline from Interior Night. Our team is really passionate about interactive storytelling because when you play a story, you step into the character's
That is a cool
shoes.
accent. That is.
You get to experience their fears, their hopes, their conflicts
It's
firsthand.
not quite French. It's like.
And in the process, you learn more about yourself. And this is quite powerful.
Is that
Our first
Belgian?
game spans 30 years in the American Southwest. It's a story about family, resilience, and sacrifice. But most of all, it's about how you will shape the fate of real, flawed people trying to find their way in a world they don't fit in. I hope you enjoyed the trailer.
Wow.
Yeah, I've never heard an accent like that.
Yeah.
So this is another game, or is this the same game that they're gonna show us? Or another game.
Fortune, smile and fade. I haven't seen you much of late. I need you now, I cannot wait. But when I look, you're not around.
We were on our way to start a new life that summer. For our family, it was just a stopover.
This looks
For mine, it was the end of the road.
On the ground, now!
The sun went down on all of us that day. Was it fate? Coincidence? No. It was a long forgotten secret, buried in the dark.
Just a visual novel?
All my life, I've been scared of the shadows. But now, I'm finally ready to step into the light. I got your letters.
Here at Ninja Theory, we're hard at work on all of our projects, including Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, which we announced at the Game
They own
Awards
Ninja
back
Theory.
in December. An incredible 3.5 million players have now experienced Senua's story in Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. We're excited to start giving you an insight into what comes next for our Celtic Warrior, an experience that we'll be building in Unreal Engine 5 for Xbox Series X and PC. I'm happy to reveal today that Senua's Saga will be set in the beautiful country of Iceland.
Oh, I didn't know Hellblade was
And
based
you can
on
find
Earth.
out more about our location
Yeah.
scouting and how we've discovered the history of our setting in a brand new behind-the-scenes development diary, which you can view straight after the show on the
Holy
Ninja Theory
shit.
YouTube
Is that a real thing?
Iceland's crazy.
Haven't we been to Iceland?
We
touched
I
our
think we
feet
touched
down.
it. Yeah,
so
on our way
touching
back
to
from
see the
Finland,
impact
yes.
that Hellblade Senua's
Doesn't
Sacrifice
count.
has had on so many players.
We ran through the
We're
airport.
incredibly thankful to all of the fans that have been part of Senua's
Iceland
story
was
so
cool.
far.
Yeah.
We're excited for you
We
to be
literally
part
got
of
on,
our
I think, the
development
last
journey
plane leaving
from
that
here on
night from the airport.
Mm.
There was like custodial staff around. Like there was nobody around. And just made it. They were waiting for us. This looks Double Fine-ish, doesn't
Yep.
it? Yep. 20 Double Fine years. And they cashed out big. Oh my god.
Peter, he's been sitting there the whole time? Hey, who wrote the song? Peter. Oh, Peter. Fantastic work. Love the song. Very much. It's gonna be fun to sing it. Now it's time to rock. Shall we start rocking?
Oh, she looks so happy.
Probably been a long time since you've had a visitor.
Okay, so
I hope you don't mind pop-ins.
we knew this was coming, right?
Mhm.
What is... But Jack Black wasn't originally in this game, was he?
Where are we?
He was Brutal Legend.
It's been in development for a long time.
So they got Jack Black to do a song for it.
I was recently reading about his life.
Jack Black's.
Yeah.
Now my cover's low at the bottom of a lake, a frozen feeling.
He was in Broken Age as well.
Yeah, he played the Cloud guy, didn't he?
Yeah.
We never finished Broken Age.
No. We played the first
Feel
act.
interested.
Yeah. I mean, if I had been more interested, I would have pushed it.
There was a few chuckles from it, I remember, but mostly it was like, you know.
And I can taste the sky, and I can see each molecule through my cosmic eye. Senses are the magic keys.
So we played, have not played Psychonauts.
Yeah, I know it's beloved, but it just doesn't entice me. There's nothing about it that draws me to it.
Is this representative of Psychonauts, you guys? Like, is it kind of trippy? They're just showing off one level. Not that trippy, but very creative. Okay.
We can't wait for you to experience the amazing games built by Xbox Game Studios, and there is just so much more for you to play on Xbox. We are partnering with thousands of creators, from the largest publishers to the smallest independent developers, to bring you the broadest variety of games ever. There is one developer in particular that is close to us, not just geographically, but in history too. I'm thrilled to announce that this fall, our friends at Bungie will bring Destiny 2 to Xbox Series X and Xbox Game Pass.
I thought they'd just cancel
If you
Destiny
are
altogether.
one of the more than 10 million
No, man, they
Game
have a
Pass
10-year
subscribers,
plan.
You also get access to all current Destiny 2 expansions starting
No, that was
this
that was
September.
Destiny. This is
For
Destiny
Game
2.
Pass Ultimate
Destiny's
members,
still in its plan.
Destiny 2 will also be
No.
playable
Even though they
on
released a
mobile
sequel.
from the cloud.
I thought it was all part of the plan.
Later
The
this
sequel's
year,
part of the plan?
Bungie will
Yeah,
also release
remember the
a
plan.
new version of Destiny 2 that is optimized for Xbox Series X.
Destiny 2.2.
4K resolution running at 60 frames per second. Here's an all-new look at Bungie's Destiny 2 Beyond Light.
They scrapped the 10-year plan in the first year.
Do you know she's the head of Xbox Gaming?
Really?
Like,
Seen terrible things born out of
friggin' Phil Spencer is just like the talking head dude.
Really?
It's time to
I guess he's like the VP, but she's the one who like does.
She's very
the
eloquent.
creative- She's the creative head, like of the direction that the studios are going.
Huh. That's very cool.
She was on stage at a couple E3s way back. So is this running on Xbox Series X? I mean, it's a lot of glowy, so I can't really tell, like, it's so stylized, whether it's making use of next generation hardware or not.
Oh God, Lisa, I would love to sit up. November 10th, are you excited?
This is Destiny 2 that you can play any way you want thanks to Xbox Game Pass. Some of the world's most inspired developers are working on games for Xbox Series X. And
Oh, so you get to play Destiny 2 on Game
Xbox
Pass?
Series X will
I guess that
empower
makes
both
sense
new
considering
and
it's
experienced
been out for
creators
so long.
to bring the future of games to life like never before. Unique perspectives.
I gotta say, it's a good design for a console. The way it vents at the top, it's just like the trash can Mac. It makes sense with a giant fan, one giant fan. It's gonna be so quiet.
Exclusively
It's
on
a good idea.
consoles. Thanks and enjoy.
World premiere.
Are you ready for the world premiere? Woo! It's okay, Goto.
Why are they all going holy and what? And no way. What?
I don't know.
I'm not recognizing whatever it is you guys think this is.
Chernobyl?
That was one guy. Oh, it was one guy. Yeah. Yeah, he certainly got excited, didn't he? Whoa.
Yikes.
Do you taste metal?
No.
Whoa. That was a weird looking fetus.
Yeah. Death Stranding 2.
So what's Stalker? What is Stalker? I don't know.
Idea. Oh,
I don't-
baby?
I don't know the original Stalker.
World premiere.
Ooh, baby!
Stalker 2 is kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I don't know it, so unfortunately I'm not gonna get the React dollars off that one.
My Lord Inquisitor, I've reached a term of prime and begun our investigations. Our recon squad has been sent into sub-level 6 of the Hive to determine the full extent of the unrest. I'll know more when they make it back.
Why do all the Warhammer things always intrigue me?
Yeah.
But I never play Warhammer, and I never, like, get into this franchise. But all their stuff always looks so interesting.
Premiere.
Vermintide, I guess I did
Right,
like.
right, yeah.
Technically a Warhammer like, you know.
You were born, something changed. My heart could not contain.
Is this all the same guy?
Yep.
Of this world and all that it creates. With every passing day, the winds might grow stronger.
This is the Tetris song.
I saw Cat.
This is the Tetris song.
Is it? Tetris song?
Did they commission a full version? Because the Tetris song has never existed. Here it is. They made the full song finally. Everybody was demanding it, but it didn't
I
exist.
remember that. It's on my workout playlist. Oh yeah. Give me that Tetris.
Oh, did you see the big block? Some of the blocks are too big. And then
What?
you can play co-op or
I did see that it was too big.
Tetris Effect connected, all new multiplayer.
Y'all, I want to play that.
Everybody's like,
I'm sorry.
World premiere.
Yeah, I mean Tetris Effect original was like kind of a VR game, right? But I don't see why you couldn't play it in non-VR, right?
Approaching orbit. Scans a no-go. Sure you want to drop here? Hell yeah. Already laced out my boots back here. What we got? Another good-for-nothing space rock?
Whoa. Hold on, let me check.
Neat style.
Don't want that.
I like it.
Find anything good?
Bex, you're not gonna believe this.
Bex?
Ouch! What the?
Might have been.
You can't suck all that up.
You know what? This looks like it's taking more advantage of Next Generation than that Halo trailer.
Yeah.
That had a lot of subsurface shit going on, a lot of shiny, a lot of what looks like physics going on, like fluid physics. That looks dynamic to me. And I think that's the point of it all. Yeah, the gunk. Like, why wouldn't it use fluid dynamics?
Remember World of Goo?
Yeah, it was
Fuck,
cool.
it was so good.
That looks not bad at all. I like that it's called the gunk, too. Yeah, it's great. But they didn't call it something romantic, like, you know, come up with some stupid name.
Monarch. Oh, fuck.
It all starts with a dead girl. A forest. The moon. Scent of pines. And then the gunshot.
Oh, I thought it would be something supernatural.
Every story has two sides. A regular, rational one, but also a darker and deeper truth.
Every story?
Not unlike a nightmare.
Every story?
Yep.
Both. Worse. I can live them.
Oh, cool.
Is this the medium?
Hello? Anyone there?
Okay. Oh. Oh.
This place.
Neat. So you're, as you're playing, you're seeing both worlds. It's gonna be split screen single player. It feels like.
Holy shit.
That's a great cover art.
World premiere.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Wow,
I'm
yeah.
interested. You thought it was co-op. It'd be cool if it was, but it looked like it was just one player that she moves. Like,
Buddy.
what's this? You're becoming a real suck, Lisa. Oh, fucking Phantasy Star Online still going, eh? This has been going ever since, like, it was on the GameCube, correct? Like, you could get a special modem for the GameCube just to play this game.
Wow.
Or, like, the modem came with the game or some shit. Dreamcast.
Dreamcast.
Does anybody play this? What's the point?
Somebody plays it.
What's the point?
To fight big monsters. And unknown threats.
Why play this when there's Final Fantasy 15 or whatever it is online?
Because I bought this one. Oh wait, but this is a new one.
It certainly does look like an MMO.
I'm excited for the medium.
Yeah, the medium one looks really neat.
I would like to know more.
She pushes into it. You are a suck, Lisa.
Yeah, she loves that.
Luis Torres, I've seen your future. Global risk is scared of the weapon you will become.
Oh, Remedy. Wow, this looks pretty. This looks next gen. This has got like Crisis feeling to it, like in terms of its shiny.
Blacklist, we make our own path. We protect our own.
Not as much now.
Yeah, it
Did
kind
for
of
a bit.
breathes in and out.
Yeah, there were some shots that looked real shiny, and then a bunch that looked real flat.
17 seconds.
This is looking a bit better now.
I like how they cut the trailer.
Soon, the entire world will burn, all because of him.
The ghost is here!
I'm not really interested in the content, but it did look nice.
Today, you saw 10 world premieres and 22 console launch exclusives.
Wait, what?
Game Pass
I didn't see
members
22
can
games.
play
Did I see 22
every game
games?
you have
Yeah,
seen
you
today
probably did.
From Xbox
All
Game
right.
Studios and all of our
Fine.
products in the subscription or free to play. This is just a peek at some of the new titles coming to Xbox Series X. And some of the games you already love and some you have yet to play will also be optimized for Xbox Series X. Games like Forza Horizon 4, Gears 5, and Sea of Thieves. You'll get the next-gen upgrades at no additional cost when they launch.
That's
You can
good
expect the
to
launch
know.
of over 100 titles for
You get
Xbox
you get
Series X this holiday
if you
season.
buy any game
The
of
Series
those
X and
games
Game
right
Pass,
now,
Xbox is
they'll be
the
upgraded
place
for the
to
next
play.
gen
And
when it's
you are
ready
the center of everything
for
we
free.
do. Now, you may have noticed we didn't get to visit all of our Xbox game studios today.
Yeah, you didn't
Yeah,
go to-
there's no
We'll have
Mojang.
more to share later this year. But until then, here's one more thing.
One more thing, you can't do that. That's Apple. That's Steve Jobs. You can't. You're Microsoft. You fuckers. All right. What's the one more thing?
You'll
I'm
take
glad.
it?
I'm glad to hear it. No, more people need to invoke it. Honestly, it's great.
I think a lot of people do. It's kind of expected now.
Yeah. But they don't always say one more thing. They should. He delivered it well. I like him.
Of legendary
Ooh, it's Julia Roberts.
Oh my god, Ben's boner. I just heard it shing.
of fantastical creatures and wondrous places where nature,
This looks like Fable.
magic, living.
This is feeling
it's
Fable.
totally
like, guys.
Fable. Faye!
Not all stories have happy endings.
Fuck! That's fucked up shit right there.
Has yet to be written.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Well, that is one teasy tease. That's probably very far in the future. I'm gonna peg that 3 years out. I'm gonna say maybe even 4. Nah, 3. I'm gonna say 3.
2023? You think? Holiday season 2023? You heard it here.
Yeah, 2023.
Yes.
That's my guess for Fable. That's fucked up.
I heard his boner deflate.
You know, it's they showed some interesting stuff, and it's all available on Game Pass, which costs how much, guys? Wait, 5 of them are on Game Pass, and they didn't say which ones, right? Isn't that what the thing was? What'd they say? Like, I was so confused at the beginning, because they were saying stuff like, the way he worded his sentence was like, everything you say today will be available on Game Pass, or something.
It's $10 a month. 15 for Ultimate. That includes PC and Xbox Gold. All on Game Pass.
All Microsoft Studio games are on Game Pass day 1. You know, yeah. It basically felt like an indie showcase with a couple things that felt AA there, which is, I guess, what you should expect, kind of, from first-party studios. Coming out of that... So wait, Tetris Effect is now first-party for Xbox? Anyways,
I guess.
the main takeaway is their big jewel, their crown jewel at the beginning. Halo looked terrible. Sorry, not sorry. It looked bad. Anybody who doesn't say that it did look mediocre,
Yeah.
I would like to, like, they're kidding themselves, but, like, I want to know from them, can Xbox please confirm that that was running on current gen hardware?
Yeah.
It had to be. And in that case, why would you do that? It's one thing to, like, you know, quell expectations, keep hype down, but, like, no. This whole show's for hype, right? Like, you have a console launcher on the corner. You want to get people really excited about the power of it.
Like, convince us to buy it.
Yeah, bad choice with your flagship exclusive to show, if they were running it on the old hardware for that trailer, for that demo.
It looked like it was fun. It would be fun to play.
You know,
To some people.
Sure. Things don't need to look current gen or even next gen to be fun to play. I'm a proponent of dreams. Like, I mean, come on. That said, you'd expect it to look better. But otherwise, like, there were some neat things they showed. It wasn't as bad as I thought. It was entertaining. It had variety. There was a lot of things. They showed a lot of things.
It did have variety, which is nice.
It was rapid fire. They didn't waste our time with too much talk.
Psychonauts 2 looks interesting. I'm always kind of intrigued by Psychonauts.
The Warhammer games made by the Vermintide guys? No, it might be good then.
Right.
Vermintide I did find pretty
Layers
good.
of Fear 2?
What?
Is that
What about-
them or is that...
No, that's different.
The Layers of Fear people did one game here. What was it? The Gunk?
Oh,
Is
really?
that it?
That's
Yeah.
interesting. The Gunk looked interesting.
Yeah. Had we seen anything on the Medium before?
True Super Neon guy. Yeah, I don't know why so many of you guys knew about the Medium. It felt like you guys all knew the name and what it was about before we started, but
I knew the name.
Really?
Just from reading, I was like looking up what people were anticipating.
In one of
and
the
it was one of the things. You guys have seen a trailer for it before.
What you gonna do?
It was announced in May.
Oh, it was on the PS5 event, so okay. Huh.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, so like I'm still nothing there makes me want to buy. No, there's no reason still coming out of that. Halo will be on Windows,
Yeah.
right?
If you like desperately need to get your Halo on.
Like everything they have will be on Windows, so why would I like I've got a powered by AMD PC over here with like a top level graphics card. I'm happy to like if I really want an X. So like yeah, it's hard. I guess like the reason I would buy an Xbox is if I wanted subsidized low cost hardware, because that's the beauty of consoles. You're getting more powerful hardware. You're getting an amazing bang for your buck when you buy a console. Because of the subsidized cost in order to get you on the platform. So for that reason, I could see buying an Xbox if I didn't have a great PC. But at the same time, I would be like, you know, balancing again as a console, which one? If I didn't run a show, like would I get?
Yeah.
I don't think that they're showing that their exclusives are stand out above PlayStation's.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have a good PC SAM parts, I think that there's no reason for an Xbox. Like, you could have a mediocre PC and there'd still be fine. It's considering how many of those they showed that are their exclusive Xbox Studios titles that are kind of like indie looking, like, you know, conservative graphics, like approachable, easy stylized graphics could run on, I think, like a $900 laptop.
Right.
Or even cheaper.
And yeah, they haven't announced prices.
Like Ori is one of their exclusives that could probably run on like a $300 laptop. Which was funny because they had the Ori guy come out to talk about how their frame rates and responsiveness were only possible on next gen hardware, which is kind of weird. Like, I mean, Ori, if you can't design a game like Ori where it's already responsive and high frame rate, like
I never really understand.
That didn't make sense.
Coming out and saying like, what you have now ain't that good. You got to get the new
When they did the
thing.
side by side, one of the sides clearly looked better, but the other side, I was thinking like, there's no way that's running right now. Nobody would accept that. He was talking about 120 frames per second. Well, that's ridiculous because what they showed us was clearly 30 frames versus 60 frames.
Yeah.
Did they do that to demonstrate on stream because they know that nobody is playing a stream? You can't stream it to 120? I guess. He called it 60 and it was 30. Yeah, it was 30. It may have even been lower than 30. The bad side was looking like they were running it at 20 or something.
That's weird.
Just to like make his point or something. It's like when you buy a TV.
They slowed down the gameplay a bunch to show the difference.
Oh, they were showing it like they'd. Oh, okay. I can understand that. Then I haven't played Ori, so I couldn't tell if we were watching slow motion footage. Maybe he said that. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, that makes a bit more sense then. Xbox has Game Pass and PlayStation doesn't. Xbox has PS. PS Plus, PlayStation Plus. And it's good that the
PS Now.
They're two different. Yeah. I mean, it's good that they're fighting each other.
Yeah.
Alright, well thanks for watching with us, guys. We'll see you next time on Video Games Awesome Live. This is a mini show and trailer for the Xbox Games Showcase official show. Goodbye.